Have you ever, I don't know, saved a photo, opened an email, streamed a movie, or even just asked AI a question, then wondered, where does all that information actually go? Sure, we may know it's saved to the cloud, but what does that even mean? Well, that answer is the topic of today's video, so stay tuned as I answer the question, what exactly is the cloud? So in order to start to answer, I first need to know exactly how to define it. According to AI, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services on demand. This includes databases, storage, servers, software, and networking over the internet. Instead of managing local drives or physical hardware, users remotely access these shared resources from providers who act as hosts as well as maintain the infrastructure and data center and global data centers rather. To put it in way simpler terms, the cloud is literally just using somebody else's powerful computers over the internet rather than keeping everything on your own device. I probably could have just said that part and moved on, huh? Well, moving on now. So, who created this seemingly omnipresent cloud anyway? As with every other technology I've covered so far, there isn't just a single creator. Over decades, the cloud developed from multiple ideas and inventions. However, there are three key figures and two organizations, that's a first for this channel, that I'll have to cover in order to do it justice. Number one, John McCarthy. Kicking things off is a figure I've covered before in a previous video. John McCarthy actually didn't build the cloud by himself, but he helped imagine one of his core ideas, that being the idea that one day computing power could be sold like a public utility, like water or electricity, for example. You see, in the 1950s and 60s, computers were gigantic, room-sized, expensive machines. His idea helped point toward a future where computing resources could be shared by many people instead of each company or person owning all the hardware themselves. Those greedy bastards. Number two, J.C.R. Licklider. This guy helped shape the very idea of interactive computing and connected computers. It said he had a vision of a quote, intergalactic computer network. He actually coined that phrase back in the 60s during his work on the ARPANET, which later became the internet, but that's a whole nother video, and I've already covered that on my internet video. His work aided in inspiring the kind of network computing that later made cloud services even possible. Number three, Ramnath Chalapa. Not Chalupa, you idiot. I can already hear y'all now. Ooh! No, his name's Chalapa. He is often credited with popularizing the term cloud computing around 1997, in fact. This framing helped describe a new model where computing will be delivered over networks and shaped by economic demand, of course. Now, I don't know about you, but in 1997, I sure as hell wasn't coming up with anything cool that would literally describe our technical world in 2 words. Number four, Salesforce.com, the first of our two companies, and right off the bat, because I'm all about that don't get sued life, I won't be putting up any pictures of them or their logos or anything like that because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Anyway, in 1999, they became one of the first major companies to popularize software delivered over the internet. Software as a Service, or SaaS for short. Customers could access business software via the internet, like I just said, instead of installing it on a computer or a company computer rather. This helped prove that software could be rented as a service as well as live online. Number 5, AWS.Amazon.com, or AWS as it was often called. They helped turn cloud computing into a massive global industry. They also launched early cloud services in the 2000s. Some of you geezers might actually remember that shit. And became one of the dominant providers of cloud infrastructure. This allowed companies to rent storage, databases, computing power, in addition to other tools, instead of building their own data centers. In fact, Reuters once described AWS as a major force that helped Amazon expand beyond e commerce and become dominant in cloud computing. Before this video, I didn't even know they did that, but I mean, they do everything else, so I guess why not? But why? Why create it in the first place? Now, there could have easily been a long 3-paragraph answer here, but the short answer is the cloud was created simply to make computing faster, cheaper, more flexible, and accessible from anywhere. But this begs the question, why is it even called the cloud in the first place? Well, because engineers used large cloud-shaped symbols in network diagrams to represent complex networks, in particular, the parts that were outside of the user's direct control. They did this instead of drawing every server, every cable, every router. You get the picture. It basically meant there's a network out there and you don't need to see every detail inside of it. Over time, this became a metaphor, which became almost standard when talking about cloud computing, especially after being made popular by Eric Schmidt here of Google in 2006. So no, Einstein, the cloud isn't the one you see when you look out your window or when you're driving, you're supposed to be paying attention to the road. Instead, it's inside massive data centers full of real computers. The cloud's impact on society. In a nutshell, it's made the internet feel effortless. The trade-off, it's also made our society deeply dependent on an invisible infrastructure. But I'm sure I'll cover that in the drawbacks later on in the video. 5 common uses of the cloud. Number 1, backing up phones. This is a very important one. The cloud allows your phone to automatically back up your info, just in case it's ever lost, stolen, broken, whatever. When replaced, you'll be able to restore at least most of your previous info. Number 2, hosting websites, aka using the cloud to keep a website online. Instead of owning special computers to run the site, people rent space on cloud computers. When someone visits a site, the cloud sends the info, the videos, pictures, whatever, to their device. Number 3, running AI tools. Many AI tools demand incredible amounts of computing power to understand language, generate images, recognize voices, analyze data, or translate text. Most phones and laptops just aren't powerful enough to run the largest AI systems alone, so the cloud does all the heavy lifting. When you ask your AI a question, your request might be sent to the cloud, processed there, then the answer is sent back to your device. Number 4, business software, like databases. Businesses use the cloud to store everything from customer info, employee files, inventory, financial data, whatever they need, instead of keeping all this on one computer. That would be stupid. Cloud databases allow authorized users to securely access important info from different locations, making it easier for companies to serve customers, track performance, etc., etc., and even keep operating if one device or office has an issue. And number 5, running mobile apps. Many mobile apps depend on the cloud to operate properly. The app on your phone may just be the front end of it, while the cloud handles all the heavy duty stuff like payments, updates, save progress, whatever else to keep everything running smoothly. 5 benefits. Number 1, you can access your files from basically anywhere. I know that theme keeps repeating in this video, but it is a major advantage. Instead of having to physically be at a particular place and access a particular computer, or let's just say work, for example, now you can access that very same info, site, whatever, while taking a cab home, for example, on your phone, your laptop, or practically whenever or wherever. Number 2, it supports remote work. Speaking of accessing anywhere, that includes the comfort of your own home. As long as there is a stable internet connection, this means for many, the dread of facing the morning rush hour before they even get to the physical location of the job that they hate, well, that is either a distant memory or was never really a reality for them at all. Many folks have a space at home that is set up as a live-in office of sorts, myself included. The furthest they have to travel is, I don't know, down the hall or up or down a flight of stairs. It's pretty cool. Number 3, it helps stream media smoothly. Not only does this help virtual meetings run smoothly and faster in real time, but forget work for a second. On your day off, in your binge watching personal time, it helps ensure smooth, seamless, uninterrupted viewing of your favorite shows or movies. Gone are the days of the irritating buffering every few seconds and having to watch basically a piece at a time. For those who know, they know. This was a long, drawn out, special type of hell, like from the seventh circle of hell. Number 4, it gives users access to powerful computing without owning powerful machines. Today, any decent cell phone, tablet, laptop, whatever, they all have access to the cloud. This means we get the cloud without actually having to physically own one of the very powerful servers that make it up, which, according to my research, can range anywhere from $2,500 to $250,000 and would certainly generate a matching electric bill to follow. Number 5, it can improve disaster recovery. A really big one. The cloud helps protect important systems and files by storing backup copies online, often in multiple locations. That's very smart. If, let's just say, a computer breaks, a building loses power, or a business is hit by a disaster, the data is not forever lost to the void, it's not lost to the stars. It can, and often is, restored from the cloud. This helps both people and companies recover faster, or just period, and keep working. 5 drawbacks. Number 1, subscription fatigue. Instead of just owning software or storage, users are trapped in an endless subscription cycle, often having to renew every 30 days. And unlike even the most ridiculous vehicle or home loans, the user will never pay it off. Like, never pay it off. It's just not possible. And of course, the subscription prices just rise periodically, pretty much everything else. CEOs need their new boats, record margins, and all that crap. Ultimately, you're one missed payment from a complete denial of service, and there is nothing your scrolling, subscribing ass can do about it. Number two, cloud dependence. This one can and does weaken offline skills. People become so used to online tools doing everything for them, they become less prepared, or in cases I have personally witnessed, completely lost and clueless when the cloud isn't available, like during an internet signal loss. For example, we store personal info so often that when we can't access the cloud, we've forgotten that info because we didn't store it in our brains. We offloaded it onto a computer, or many people are so reliant on GPS that when it goes down, they have either forgotten or never knew how to use a paper map. We offload so many important things to the cloud that we tend to feel like we don't need to remember or learn things or skills for ourselves. We make the mistake of thinking the all encompassing cloud will always be there when we need it. Number three, hacking becomes much more dangerous. In today's digital age, one, just one stolen password can expose years of photos, emails, and backups, exposing not only your info, but that of your loved ones as well. And since way too many people use the same damn password, different apps, that very one can lead to a drained bank account, stolen social security numbers, if your country has them, of course, and a life that is just completely ruined quickly. Number four, hidden environmental costs. This is one I bet most people do not think about. Although the cloud seems invisible and untouchable, the reality is the data centers that make it up need power. Although they draw it differently, they still draw power from the very same grids as our homes, our businesses, our supermarkets, essentially our modern lives. In addition, they need hardware, land, and cooling. Often, the facilities that cool them use water because it's more efficient than air. Many times, they draw water from the very same water sources as, again, our homes, our businesses, and our modern lives. Residents near one of these sources are competing with the cooling stations for the very same water. Number five, automatic syncing can spread mistakes. As we know, automatic syncing keeps files updated across all your devices. However, this can and often does become a problem. You see, if a file is accidentally deleted, changed, or corrupted on one device, that can then quickly and automatically sync to other devices. And if others share that file, well, it spreads to them too, becoming a nightmare. 5 future uses for the cloud, with probably my favorite artwork of the entire video being this chapter marker right here. Number 1, AI doctors in the cloud. Cloud systems may help analyze symptoms, scan medical history, and wearable data, all in the name of assisting doctors faster and more efficiently. Number 2, AI generated classrooms. This one may come sooner rather than later, based on how many videos I watch from teachers that are quitting because parents are raising disrespectful little assholes. Students may learn from cloud tutors that create custom lessons, quizzes, examples, and simulations for each student. Now, whether the little hellion does them or not is up to the parents, but at least they won't be able to crush the AI's will by being an absolutely unruly little shit. Number 3, cloud-connected prosthetics and medical devices, advanced implants, prosthetic limbs, and medical monitors may update, learn, and improve all via cloud systems. This is cool. This will probably upgrade them to sci-fi movie level tech and limbs. Number 4, personal AI clouds. One day, each person will have their very own personal cloud and cloud-based AI, one that remembers their preferences, schedule, writing, favorite media, goals, you name it. It will be your own personal cloud and not one shared by basically everybody like our current model. And number 5, the invisible computer. Eventually, the cloud may become so incredible and powerful that we just stop thinking about computers as separate machines. Homes, screens, glasses, cars, and even our personal appliances will all simply connect to the omnipresent digital intelligence in the background. I'm guessing like a hive mind. This is already happening today to a certain extent. And there you have it, folks. Now you'll know what they mean the next time someone mentions the cloud. If you like the content of this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps my tiny channel grow. And if you want to explore other technologies that I've covered, the link to one is in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.